YouTubers are not only in charge of the growth of their career, but sometimes can be responsible for its demise. Whether it's old videos coming back to bite them or feuds with other creators, some YouTubers have destroyed their careers in 2020 for the wildest reasons, and as always, we have everything you need to know. Welcome to Top 10 Beyond the Screen. I'm your host, Johnny Rogers, and before we kick this video off, let us know what your favorite movie of 2020 has been so far, and if you don't want to miss another daily video from us, make sure you tap that subscribe button and ring the bell to join our notification squad. Now, without any further delay, let's get right into today's list of the top 10 YouTubers who destroyed their careers in 2020. In at number 10, Reset. Although the original incident took place in 2017, a court ruled that Reset's YouTube channel and all other social media accounts must be shut down for 5 years. So we have 2 years left that will be Reset free. This Spanish YouTuber thought it would be hilarious to film himself handing a homeless man an Oreo filled with toothpaste. This resulted in a $22,300 fine, and a Barcelona court found him guilty of violating the moral integrity of his prank victim. Along with that fine was a sentence of 15 months in prison. Although this may just be a tactic to make his socials going down seem like the better punishment. When asked later on why he did this stunt, Reset said that he did it because he thought the homeless man needed his teeth cleaned. The sentence does seem harsh, but the judge explained during his hearing that this was not an isolated act. He was known for pulling off obscene pranks and just finally got caught. In at number 9, Liza Koshi. After a video of her using a mock Asian accent resurfaced, YouTuber Liza Koshi took to Instagram to apologize. And then another clip included footage of Koshi actually pretending to speak Japanese. Her last video was one simply titled, "I am so sorry," and the video was simply a recording of her apology letter as the cursor blinks on the final words. In the letter she writes, "What I once thought of as innocent jokes were actually tainted with implicit bias, and what might have been intended as playful was actually to some incredibly painful, and for that I am sorry." One of these videos in question was originally posted back in 2016 and includes Koshi putting on an Asian accent while tasting candy from Japan and Hawaii, although she wasn't alone for this one. In that video was her fellow YouTuber and at the time boyfriend David Dobrik. Speaking of David Dobrik, in at number 8, David Dobrik. There have been many things that led to the destruction of David Dobrik's career. One of those was the lockdowns in LA that immediately stunted what he was really able to do with his high-octane vlog videos. I mean, on top of that, he was under fire for sporadically pretending to speak in Japanese as a joke while picking through the snacks with Liza. He also began pretending to read the packages at one point, saying, "It's not racist, that's like the sounds I hear when they talk." And after he makes that comment about how his actions are not racist, Koshi then replies with, "No, it's not racist as long as I keep saying no." So throughout both videos, she continues to say no every time Dobrik mocks speaking Japanese, which obviously doesn't stop it from coming off as racist, and he got the full brunt of the internet on that one. In at number 7, Tana Mojo. In 2019, Tana was taking home the Creator of the Year award, and by 2020, her career just kind of started to hit a rough patch, let's say. Just recently, she was called out by her former friend Colleen Ballinger for her past racist comments and microaggressions. The pair had collaborated on Tana's channel called Trash before he became independent, although while working for Tana, he recalled her exhibiting racist behavior and mistreating him. They especially clashed over her usage of the N-word and Kaylin's feelings towards it. Tana, however, always responded that she believed the word meant friend. In response to Kaylin making his video exposing Tana, she took to Twitter to respond. Tana tweeted, "First, I'd like to apologize to Kaylin directly for my silence. There are no excuses. I should have talked and listened to you. Instead, I have been trying to find the words to address this and apologize in a way that won't further hurt anyone, and educate myself on how to." Don't know if this will be enough to save her subscriber account, but it's a start. In at number 6, Jake Paul. Jake Paul's ex Alyssa Violet started an online war of words between Jake and her new boyfriend at the time, Face Banks. To get back at both Banks and Alyssa, Jake fabricated a story in a video where he called Banks out for assaulting his assistant at a club in LA called Warwick. Now, Face quickly dropped the Uno reverse card, if you will, and he sued the Team 10 for defamation of character. This ultimately resulted in Jake losing over 60,000 subscribers, with FaZe gaining 200,000 plus. And recently he got himself involved in even deeper trouble that most definitely dealt a hefty strike to his fan base. Jake was caught red-handed holding a bottle of stolen liquor from a PF Chang's and then was arrested for criminal trespass and unlawful assembly. It's certainly going to be difficult for him to pull his numbers back up after all of that. And that weird motivational business thing he had people subscribing for. Oh, no. In at number 5, Jenna Marbles. Jenna had been on YouTube for a very long time, and after multiple videos of hers had blown up, she began garnering like millions of subscribers, 20 million to be more precise. Although in a video titled A Message, Jenna addressed the controversy of her older content. She apologized for the video that she made impersonating Nicki Minaj in 2011 where she donned blackface, and went on to say, in response to the outcry on the internet to have her canceled, Jenna archived the old videos and announced that she would be stepping away from the channel. She said that she doesn't know if it's forever, but she wants to make sure that the things that she's putting out in the world are at least not hurting anyone. In at number 4, Colleen Ballinger. Colleen has said before that she has always tried to directly engage with her fans, and due to the nature of how open she is about her life, sometimes she shares too many intimate details with them. Due to her cultivating this very young audience and naming a fan as the head of her fan club, Colleen started being accused of grooming a child. The claim comes after Ballinger gave away lingerie during a live stream that she had purchased but never worn. Colleen went on to explain that when taken out of context, she understands why this would make her look like a terrible person. With no context, you just see a 30-year-old sending underwear to a 13-year-old fan, and it's very inappropriate, but as Colleen stated in her video, it was just part of the many strange things that she had been sending to her fans. While addressing that in particular, Colleen said that she doesn't know what she was thinking at the time and realizes just how awful this was to do, which kind of just goes to show you how much her Miranda Sings character had affected her real life and the decisions she was making at the time. But that story definitely gave her career a big hit. Big hit. And number 3, Jeffree Star. Jeffree Star has always been considered a controversial figure, if you will, but when he took over the world of cosmetics, the stakes were even higher. Although he has had plenty of feuds in the past, it was his beef with Laura Lee that became the most traumatic. To make matters worse for his career, Star wore cornrows for one of his Jeffree Star cosmetics campaigns, I guess, and the general public was less than amused. Not too long after that, fellow YouTuber Thomas Halbert made a video about racism in the beauty community and kind of alluded to Star's involvement without directly mentioning his name. Jeffree then responded with text messages that he believed would clear his name, even though it wasn't mentioned. But in return, Thomas exposed Star for blackmailing his friends, which just completely flipped the table and made it a whole new conversation about the kind of dirt that Jeffree had on people. And apparently, allegedly, he had actually made a compilation video of YouTubers being problematic behind the scenes and would threaten to expose them if things didn't go his way. Allegedly. In at number 2, Shane Dawson. I'm sorry for dragging these people through the mud repeatedly, but if Shane doesn't fit this list, then I don't know who does. Shane had quite the blow up recently that led to the demise of his career on YouTube and in the world of cosmetics. After partnering up with Jeffree Star for what was meant to be another one of his documentary vlogs, the two started causing trouble together. They manipulated Tati Westbrook into fighting with James Charles and then played the victim when people found out. Then on top of that, tons of Shane's older content had come back to bite him right when all of this beauty drama started. If you want to watch a full top 10 of everything that he did that led to the end of his career, definitely check out our list of the top 10 times Shane Dawson went too far. Last, but most certainly least in our number 1 spot, Vitaliy. Vitaliy, this guy has always been a bit wild, and he finally got what was coming. This Russian-American YouTuber star is well known for his prank videos and wild public stunts. He has garnered over 10 million subscribers who tune in for his sometimes raunchy, sometimes dangerous content. Just a couple of years ago, he was arrested in Egypt for ignoring laws and scaling one of their pyramids. Recently, he was arrested in Miami after he allegedly attacked an unsuspecting woman who was just out jogging. According to the police report, Vitaliy hopped out of his car and jumped in front of the woman with his arms open. He then tackled her to the ground, straddled her, and punched the woman with closed fists in the face and chest numerous times while she screamed for help. Luckily, there were actually people in the area who immediately notified the police, which caused Vitaliy to stop the assault. Per the victim's report, she was left with a 2-inch laceration above her right eye that required stitches. She also notified the police that she had never even met the YouTube star, nor did she even know who he was prior to the attack. Bye-bye, Vitaliy. Bye-bye. With that, let's check out some of your comments from the video titled Top 10 Celebrities Who Lost Their Cool. Cat Charlie says, has there ever been a time when Kanye hasn't lost his cool? P.S. I meditate when I lose it. That's it. Yeah, I feel like Kanye does lose his cool pretty often, and meditation is great for that. Kudos to you actually for doing that. Yolong Long says, I would have slapped Chevy Chase right back then laughed. Yo, I don't know if I could do that to Chevy Chase, but then again, I don't think I would do nothing if I got slapped, so maybe I would slap Chevy Chase. I don't know. Bring it on, Chevy. Celebrity boxing match. Let's do it. Vanessa Stegall says, I lose my cool a lot, but I found a healthy way to get out my anger. Self-defense classes. That's definitely another great stress reliever. And for a second, I thought your last name was Seagal. Connor Davidson says, it was also said that Bruce Willis was a nightmare to work with on the movie Cop Out, and he once yelled at some kids in a food court for just recognizing him. What a bull. We have to be careful with secondhand stories like that one, but man, if it's true, that's pretty harsh. It's pretty harsh, Bruce Willis. Sonia says, is it just me or is the video quality amazing? Thanks, crew. Hey, you thank the editing team for that one. Always crushing it. Said that like I was mad at them. Oh, they're always crushing it. And here's little old me. And that has been the top 10 YouTubers who destroyed their careers in 2020. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you to our editing team for all of your hard work. If you enjoyed this video, then please show us some love here by tapping that like and subscribe button. Plus, don't forget to leave us a comment down below with your thoughts on today's list. And for more videos like this one, all you gotta do is tap that playlist when it pops up. From Top 10 Beyond the Screen, my name is Johnny Rogers, saying until next time, stay classy.